Okay, go.
Hi, I'm Sandy Pohl.
Okay, Sandy Pohl, tell me, how long have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing since 6th grade. So let's see. 50 plus years. Let's just say that.
Okay, what was your, why did you want to be in the band?
Well, when I first went into the band, I first wanted to play drums, but everybody wanted to play drums. So then, of course, I had to choose another instrument because everybody wanted to play drums. So I thought, well, I'll play trumpet. And it's aptly appropriate because I've got a lot of hot air.
So tell me, what was your first musical memory?
First musical memory, that would be playing in band, probably for a Christmas concert.
Okay, and where was it?
That would be Shoals Elementary School.
Okay, so we all are, like...
That would be in the 60s, early 60s.
And what was your best musical memory?
Best musical memory? Well, I've had so many, but I mean, the most in your youth, you tend to go back on that when you get older. So I'd say that would be in high school. I was a junior in high school. That was 1976. And the band went to Hawaii.
Oh, gosh.
We played for the International Music Festival. We won a bronze medal. I remember we played, one song that I can remember that we played was George Washington Bridge. It had just been composed a year before or something because of the bicentennial.
And what band were you in?
Charleston High.
Okay. Tell me, what challenges through your life did you have to overcome to continue playing in the band? So I know you've had
to continue playing in
Yes.
the band. Well, let's see. In high school, funny story. In high school, when you're learning and summer band camp and everything, you're learning all the rudiments that you have to do and everything. And I was very uncoordinated. I'm not very much of a dancer or anything like that. I have rhythm now as far as playing and everything, but I could not get. We had when we marched, we had to do a horn swing also, and it was starting off with your left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. And on the 4, 5, and 8, 1, we had to lean back and say, hey, I would never get it. I'd always be off, and it took me forever. When I was a sophomore in high school, that first summer, it took me forever to get that drained into and now I can't get it out of my system. When I'm marching, I go back to that because I can't just, when everybody does the 6x5, basically you look like you're walking. I'm used to the 8x5, the high stepping.
Right. Yes.
And I did a funny thing. I did a Easter Sunday morning service for a church they had outside, and they wanted me to lead the group in playing Christ is Risen Today. Well, you know what I automatically reverted to? I started marching in. I didn't mean to, but I started marching in. Old habits are hard to break once you get them. Yes. They're hard to break.
Once a band member, always a band member.
Yes. And then later on, after I got out of high school and then went to college, and then after college, before college ended, I stepped out of college because my mother was sick with cancer, and she died. And then they basically took care of my dad. And once my dad died, it was a major emotional trauma.
Yes.
I literally took off 10 years before I even had the strength to play.
Yeah.
because whenever I would play, it would remind me
Yes.
I gave this up to take care of my dad.
Yeah.
So that was a major struggle.
Yeah.
But once I got back into playing, it was good. Music has literally given me things that I would never have had in my life if I hadn't played in music. I would have never been able to, with the band in high school. I went to the Mardi Gras parade in New Orleans. I went to Hawaii. In college, I went to Washington, D.C. I went to Philadelphia. Went to New York. And then I've been playing in other groups. Played with the Salvation Army Divisional, West Virginia, Maryland Division Band. We went to St. Croix, Virgin Islands. I mean, you can't fathom the places that you can go in music. Music can take you everywhere. It is a musical. The music is a universal language, and it can take you as far as you want to go.
Yes, I agree. So what advice would you give to a young musician just starting out, just trying to make it?
Well, the hardest thing, first off, in learning the music, and I'm still 50 years plus, I'm still struggling because I never did take music lessons. I just learned from what we learned in school. A lot of other people did take private lessons and everything. If you can certainly afford to do that, that is wise to do because it can give you an added bonus. Once you learn the rudiments of playing, if you stick with it, you will find later on in your life that you can enjoy, that is something that you can enjoy your whole life. There are, and this is coming from an old person talking here, when you're playing baseball, football, basketball, tennis, whatever, at a certain age, you're not going to be able to do that anymore. But I have played literally with people in this band when it first formed that were in their 90s. In fact, I believe we have one still here that's playing, that's in her 90s. So it's something, and I've also done caregiving for people, and one person that I took care of was a band director, former band director. He had Parkinson's. He couldn't eat. His head was always like this. I had to help feed him, but by golly, you get that trumpet right in his hands, and he and I would play, and he was better than I was ever be. Triple tonguing, and I'm like, oh, show off. But it was true.
Yeah.
It was true.
Yeah.
If you pursue it, you will find later on in your life that it will be something that you will be able to enjoy, and not only that you would be able to enjoy, that you can give to others also to help them enjoy, because I believe that it is a gift from God that I was given this talent, because nobody else in my family has ever taken music or anything. So I believe it's a gift from God. So you can do it. You can play in church. You can play in bands. You can play certainly at any time you want to. You could go to a nursing home and play music. Hospitals, sing, whatever. You can. That it's kind of like the saying, the gift that keeps on giving. Basically, it is, and it's something. It's a very precious gift if you have it to keep and to pursue. So,
thank you very much.